This type of Yerushalmi, Maseres, Sheni, the article Ozwald edition on Daf Lamed Hey Omer Aleph. Sorry, the article Ozwald edition on Daf Lamed Hey Omer Aleph. We are the fifth line down. B'Shum Levi Omer Anybody might Sheni Shloshim Shisha B'Shibui, which in the Vilna is on Chav Avon Beis, the fourth line down. B'Shum Ben Levi. And we're going to grow here with the Girsa of the Rosh Cirilio. And the Girsa of Rosh Cirilio is Shumalemer Ein Podim Meiser Sheni Ela Ad Shloshim B'Shlosha B'Shivui Mea. So he says, you can redeem Meiser Sheni less than its value, but you should not go devaluate it more than a third. That's a 33 and a third out of 100. And obviously, the Rosh Cirilio points out, he doesn't hold a Shmuel, which we mentioned yesterday, from the Bavli, which way we pass it, the Hekdesh Shava Mona Sheshkilo Shava Pruta Mechulo. No, he says devaluate a third, but not more than a third. A person who is Mechal Meiser Sheni, he's not Mechal on a money, on a value, on a coin which is worth less than a pruta. It's because it's since it's worth less than a pruta. The way the Kesef Mishnah explains it, Levi Yerushalmi brings it down. Something like Mechal a Kesef she'ein lo tzura, so Mechal a slug, a simon, which is not considered to be a pidyon. So as he says, Mechal lo Mechal a chatzi pruta, she'ein Mechal a simon. It's got to be a coin which is worth a pruta. Rabbi Ima said, it says Bama Olal. The Rosh will change that the Kama Zimnin Alale. Kumi Rabbi Yochanan Shimon Lakish. How many times they go in front of Reish? How many times they go in front of Reish Lakish? And they said Pukvi Ishlim Kadein Tanya. They would say to the people who came in front of them to ask about Peter Meiser Sheni, go and figure it out, as it says in the Mishnah. In other words, that according to its full value, go be matchlim. Do it with shlemus. Kadein Tanya, like it says, Peter Meiser Sheni b'shas azov, v'lo b'shas hayirker. Okay, that much we'll give you. But more than that, we're not going to discount you. Like the Chedvani acquires, now the Chedvani sells. Like the Shulchani, this is all from our Mishnah, like the Shulchani makes change, and not like he collects. Ad Kedun Davam Ruba. Okay. So till now we're talking about our mission talking about play with Sharazol, etc. When we're being paid a large amount of Meiser Sheni, because then naturally there are discounts, right? What about when it's a small amount? Davar muat. What if it's a small amount? Feel okay. Nevertheless, much chenvani kolkech, like the chenvani buys. Right, which is wholesale. Not like he sells, which is retail. The same idea with the shulchani. Yaakov would show a chosel, that's a vessel made out of like palm leaves, and he put in the dates in order to they should get ripe, and he showed it to a nagar, which is normally a carpenter. He would go redeem it on his say so. Now it sounds like that he would. A carpenter was bucking shuma, not necessarily bucking shuma of dates. So it sounds like he was saying chiddush. Yes, show it to somebody who knows to assess, but he doesn't have to be an expert assessor of dates, specifically of the fruit you're being planted specifically. And Rabbi Yanai seems to argue. Yanai says Mechave roiva chitin chutunaya. He would show a measure of chitim to a seller of to a wheat grinder, and he put it on that basis. So at least there's some affinity to this type of produce. That's going to bring down an opinion that the Nagar was bucking the price of chosolos. That may be true. Okay, but I'm not sure. Makes him a bucky in the price of dates. Rabbi Simon Chavi Pina Rabbi Chilkia. Rabbi Simon would show them to Rabbi Chilkia. Evidently, he was a Talmid Chacham just like him. The article says, well, maybe he was a Baki in Shuma, but it sounds like he's just another Talmid Chacham. B'Shavien, say their value, are they worth this and that this that amount? He said yes. Now the Gra, the way the Gra says it, he said it to he asked him a question. He says to redeem them by the value for every person, and not like the wholesale price. And he said yes, but so it sounds like it's actually telling us a new chiddush la'alocha that you go by the shovi choladam, which is more than wholesale. A higher price, but I don't know if that's a simple shot. I think a simple shot is he would show another Talmid Chacham, not Talmid Chacham the price. Tell him the price. He'd say, is my price I gave good, the valuation good, and he would say yes. Like I said, the article brings an opinion that that he was a Baki. Rabbi Simon was Baki in the price of Peros, and therefore he didn't tell back himself. He asked Rabbi Chelkia to verify it. There are all sorts of possibilities here. It's like a medrash where you can put in your own shot. And the article brings down several possibilities and refers you to other possibilities. But again, I think the Pashim shot is, he said, it's going to tell us that the person doing the Shuma has to be an intelligent person, but it doesn't have to be a Baki, especially in Ma'aser Sheni, but Zman Hazeh. Even according to Yerushalmi, which is not making like Shmuel, the Shuma can be a guesstimate, an educated guesstimate. Okay. Amar Rabbi here says Chilkim B'Shem Rabbi Simon, but the Pnei Moshe takes it out. Amar Rabbi, is it somebody specific? Amar Lei. Ain't played in Ma'aser Sheni Al Pi. I'm not sure it is. Why could we Rabbi Chilkim Shem Rabbi Simon? I don't know. He also says Amar Lei in the article. No, it doesn't. It says okay, again, the article seems to say that Shaiti means people who are not Bucky. I don't think that that's what it means. I think it means that ain't played in Ma'aser Sheni, I'll be Shaitim, but anybody who's not a Shaita, you can use. Right? And no reason they got Chilkim Shem Rabbi Simon. In fact, this is explaining the story. Rabbi Simon showed it to Rabbi Chilkia, because Rabbi Chilkia and Rabbi Chilkia saying name Rabbi Simon based on this Maisa. As long as that's what I do, Shaita, you're fine. Okay. Rabbi Chilkia have a parent legrusa. Rabbi Pinchas showed his fruit to a grusa, which is a grinder, a grinder of coarse grinder. And Amalei B'Shavien. And again, the Levi Shlein goes with this gra that he was telling him, we redeem it by the value in the marketplace. But why would he go to the Grusa to tell him that? So the Grusa is not a playsake. So again, it seems to me that the Pashim shot is that telling you, you can go to the Grusa, to the grinder. Of course, the grinder grinds grain. I think it's coarse grinder of grain. And he'll tell you whatever the value tells you. He can affirm your value, tell you value. That's fine. Go, he's greasing. Doesn't really explain what it is in the article. I think he grinds coarse grain. I think that's what it is. But anyway, point is, he gives a series of stories in which people went to other people, not necessarily to the highest level of estimators. So the story actually goes on. The value, he said, yes, this value. You don't can't redeem Ma'aser Sheni. It's probably repeated for by mistake here because he already had it. But the point is that either the first quote or the second quote probably is superfluous. But in any event, the point is the same point, that as long as the person is straight there, you're fine. You can use them to redeem your Meiser Sheni. The way Reb Chaim explains it, he says that these are both critiques. Ein Podi Meiser Sheni were both critiques of the person who said, people who said B'Shaviyayin. So the Gemara then said, concerning both and the first case, I guess that's why I changed the gears. But anyway, that the people said b'shavim, they're shoitim. It doesn't be shavim. It goes based on the wholesale, not based on shavim. That's so he said the grus of shavim. I'm like achen. I'm like b'shavim. So no, ain't place my shavim be shoitim. Again, okay. I'm ayin nivchar, as they say. I'm a Rabbi Shami. Rabbi Shammai said, "Kamad barnash boy." Here it's supposed to be, but instead of betorah, it says according to Rashi betira. Kamad barnash boy betira tukuvas tamus. That was Mishnah said Shar Hazol. It's going to tell us that even the Shar Hazol is only talking about a time when a person tells Zol for other reasons. That is good enough to be a Shar Hazol. And that is but a person what a person sells for the a person, the boy barnash boy betiara to tkufas tamus besar balone. He person, it was after the bathhouse, and he's carrying a heavy load. Masik lezurze, he's carrying his load. Umasim pirtin, and people bring money. And he sells his load. He unloads his loads. And no, if I see pirtin bring fruit pirkane, you redeem them. I think that the Farkane here does not mean redeem, but it means to take off the load. In other words, how much a person would take for taking this fruit off his shoulder, for somebody to come take this fruit off his shoulder after he went to the bathhouse in the middle of the summer and he's really exhausted and he wants to get rid of this as soon as possible. That's like a very low price. Okay, another example of a very low shar. Rabbi Yirmiyah Kamar Banash Boy Barufta is how much a person wants to take in the evening. Pate Ramsha, Erev Shabbos, right before Shabbos begins. Kala'an Umavilem, when women are braiding their hair, L'chavet Shabbos, and Umaisi Parte, Prite, and you bring, in other words, they are selling their last goods of the day. A person how much wants for his to sell his good the wares selling at the very end, right before Shabbos is about to begin. Obviously, it's not going to last over Shabbos, and he brings prutos at that, and he can bring prutos and again either redeem the Meiser Sheni or buy whatever thing he's purchasing at that time. Another case is Rabbi Yehuda bar Gadia, Rabbi Yaakov bar Bun menichin alav achich moshu. Interesting idea. When you gather fruit on Erev Shabbos, you don't have to redeem them at once. You leave them until the upper leaves get dry, and redeem them Motzei Shabbos. Put as a Motzei Shabbos miyad. So that's also a bargain basement price. So that it's even more, I guess, perhaps. It's left on Erev Shabbos. The already started drying. It's still edible. That's the price which you have to pay in order to redeem Meiser Sheni. Again, all of this. Is not going to be true according to out of the way we paskin, but that is the case according to the Yerushalmi. And one more case: Rabbi Yamana Havle Mashach, oil after Akko brought down to Akko. They might say, "I'm a Chia Bar Ada." Inahu Mashka the base Maka Kayom. If you still have oil now in base Maka. To redeem, I guess besides this oil, this is the best time to redeem it. The low tab shisa mine. This is now this oil is cheap and it's only sold for 1/6 of its normal value. So this is the time to chap a rhyme. Let's go and get to the Mishnah. Amar Rabbi Yochanan said, "Pleidim Sheni pi shlosha lekuchos." You can buy Pleidim Sheni based on 3 customers. Fil echad mem goy, even one is a goy. Fil echad mem baal, even one of them is the owner himself. You want to buy shneim goyim lo, shneim bailim lo, echad bogoy echad baal lo. Then ask, what if one of them is going, the other is an owner, or one of them, or 2 of them are going, or 2 bailim. What does he mean? Baal means goy and baal. What about 2 goyim? What about 2 bailim? Or echad goy echad baal lo, or is it specifically? I'm sorry. Rabbi Yochanan shneim goyim lo, shneim bailim lo, echad goy echad baal lo. No, it's not a question. It's a statement, I think. Yonah Boy already stated, Shneim goyim lo, Shneim bailim lo, echad goy echad baal lo. It's starting with some art. In other words, one of them can go, one of them is a bailim, but 2 have to be regular buyers who don't have either negia like the owner or don't have knowledge like the goy. Bottom line is, again, all of this Shitas Yerushalmi, we don't pass like any of this. But it was, back then, that was the psak.